Welcome back to Bealesbaits Baits. Tonight we're going to be making a dual color in the motor oil for the top and a chartreuse made from Emerald City Green, Dead on Plastics, and Dead on Plastics Yellow. The motor oil I'm using tonight is Barlow's Tackle motor oil. And in the chartreuse we're going to use the Golden Grub Hollow Silver Small, just to give it a little bit of flake. I saw this color that somebody was asking for on Facebook and I was curious to see if I could make it. So let's see how it goes. So first up, I've already mixed up the chartreuse color. It's a little thick, but I think that's just about the color I'm looking for. And of course the other color is just about ready to be made. So let's take a look. That might need a little bit more green. It's kind of very, very yellow. So let's put 4 more drops of green in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is why you should wear regular gloves, because it's all over my fingers. At least it's a pretty green. Maybe I'll have a green thumb. Stuff will grow. There we go. That's got the green tint to it now. Okay, I'm going to heat that back up. Then I'm going to add the glitter to it. While that is heating up, we'll start with the next color, which is very, very simple. Just a straight up, pure, 100% motor oil. No glitter, no nothing. Let's see if I can get this. 1, 2. 16 drops. Let's start there and see how that looks. I may go a little bit darker. I may go up to 20 to give it a little darker look. Yeah, I'm thinking that needs to be just a little bit darker for the top color. So let's go 20. That is a really pretty motor oil color. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 and 4 brings up to 20. Mix that all in. I think that would be a really pretty color. Put that in the microwave to keep it warm. Grab back out the chartreuse. Move those off to the side. Oh yeah, that came out really nice looking. Woo, hot, very hot. Come on, start. If you turn that on a little bit, we are going to go with, oh, what do I feel like? I feel like, let's go a whole tad, a 1/4 teaspoon. Nice, pretty hollow shift. This is just to give the belly a little bit of texture and sparkle. I think that looks pretty doggone good. We've got our dual injector set up. We got our mixing block right here. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. We've got our 2 colors. Let's see if we can get the consistency to be about the same on both of these. They look pretty good. Just give them a quick shoot to see what the temperature is. Looking good. Okay, dual injectors. Clear. Here we go. Suck them up. Top color away from me. Lock them in. Get a hold of it. Purge out. Come on. Oh, you didn't go in there. Okay, retry. I'm going to have to retry this. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, be back in a few seconds. Welcome back. This is take two. We got the plastic almost heated back up. I gotta just finish mixing this back in a little bit. May have to heat that up just a teeny bit more, but we'll see. The chartreuse is definitely ready. So let's put a little drop down here of the chartreuse, and a little drop down here of the motor oil, so we can see them side by side. I think the motor oil needs to be a little darker. So we're at 20. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30. See how this looks. I think that looks a lot better. May even have to go a little darker, I don't know. We're going to try shooting it and see anyways. I think it's okay. I don't want it too dark, but at the same time I don't want it too thin, too translucent. There's a fine line between being too opaque and too translucent. We're going to try it though. Get that glitter all suspended in it. And get these together. Here we go. Let's see if I can do it this time. Okay. There we go. And in. 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 Make sure you get back in the right ones. Those got really cold all of a sudden. I don't know if I got any of those completely falling out, but we'll see. Peel that off. Peel that off. Top off a little bit of that one. A little bit of this one. A little bit of this one. A little bit of that one. Good enough. Okay, we shall return. Welcome back. Tonight we are having lots of fun. I have a broken O-ring on one of my injectors and two others that were loose, so I changed them out. So we are going to heat these plastics back up, which they are just about ready. Shoot the last two molds and then start to see how the others shot. So stick with me. We're doing the best we can tonight. A little bit of technical issues with the equipment breaking. So, but it happens. The O-rings never seem to break, when you're just shooting for fun, only when you're shooting under a camera. That looks good. That looks good. Close those up. And those are jammed. What the heck? Let's not do that. Okay. That's better. Okay. Top color is away from me. Maybe, if I can get this started. Come on. There we go. Top color is away from me. Make sure I get them in there. Push them down. Rock it a little bit. Pull it up. Get a little bit. Pull it up. Drop that off. Put those back in there. Okay. Put that back in there. This back in here. There. And basically, I don't think you can see the colors, but they're there. That's the actual motor oil. It's kind of got a greenish brown color to it, but it's getting washed out by some of the lights probably. Hopefully you'll see it better with the baits. So let's set this off to the side to cool, that off to the side to cool. Now we have these, which are already cold. Oh shoot, top off, top off. Don't forget to top off. I'm going to guess there's air bubbles in those and they're ruined, but it happens. We will see. These are the Smitty Oaks 4-inch grubs with ribbon tail. Hoping these came out, because this is what the person was interested in seeing. And they kind of just mixed by the looks of it. Either I got the colors too close together or something, but basically I did not get a separation of color. I have a mix of color. So apparently this mold does not like to stay separated because of the stepping, is my guess. As you can see, this has a step and a step and a step. I'm guessing as it hits those steps, it's mixing the colors. So I will have to remember I can't do dual colors in that one. I have a couple others I can't do dual colors, but this is still kind of an interesting look to it. It does have a slightly different color top to it. So I might try it again with a little more of the pigment added to it. It's not really showing like I wanted it to. But we might try that one more time. Let's check out these. And these didn't shoot. One did. Kind of. No, it didn't even shoot either. So those are garbage. Those go in the recycle pile. Have to be mixed up together because trying to separate out that chartreuse and the motor oil is impossible. Now these ones did shoot. You kind of can see the motor oil color on this side. Came out pretty good. And, oh yeah, you can definitely see the chartreuse color on this side. Those came out really nice looking. Probably can't catch it in this lighting, but I definitely think I want to add a little more of the motor oil colorant to get a little darker top to it, but I really like the looks of this. That one actually came out pretty good. And again, the plug pretty much has to be thrown into the recycle pile because you've got the colors mixing a little bit. Let's see how this worked out. Let's see how this one worked out. This was the crawdads, the baby craws. I just wanted to try this one, see if I could get 2 colors out of it. Well, I don't know. That didn't look too bad. That kind of looks like it's got a motor oily top. And you can see the yellow in the, or the chartreuse in the claws. And when you peel it, you can definitely see a different color. I don't know if the camera's catching it, but you definitely have 2 colors. That actually worked out pretty well. Definitely has 2 colors. I definitely think I'm going to put another 10 drops of colorant in the motor oil though, just to give it a little darker color. But it did actually work. I'm impressed. With the way things have been going tonight, I was not expecting it to actually work. I was expecting it to blend and just be a mess. So we're going to try that one again. We'll leave that one just a few seconds more to cool. This is just the 5-inch Best NJ Flukes. I just wanted to try it, see if I could get this to shoot right. Again, you can see a little bit of the motor oil on the top. It did get some swirling on this one, so not what I really wanted. Like, I didn't get quite a nice separation of the motor oil as I wanted to on it. It almost looks like it may have gotten way more of one color in that one, but not horrible. Like I said, I think I definitely need a little more of the motor oil colorant to give a different coloration, but you can kind of see it in this one. So we'll try running this stuff one more time. I'm going to try to shoot, like I said, a little darker. We'll get these all put back in place. Make sure I put the tops away from me so that I know where they are before I start this process. Now that I know what I'm looking for, let's see if I can see the coloration divide in these. Well, kind of. I can kind of see it. Definitely the bottom one has the least separation of it. But in the right light, I can see it. It is there. So we'll try them one more time. Let's see how we do. See if we can get this up to temperature. Okay, these are the Rip Wraps. I did not shoot them with the core shot pins in. I shot them just regular because I wanted to have just these 2 colors. I didn't want to put a third color with it. But these can be shot as a core shot. I actually think these came out pretty... Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's peel it so you can see it. Let's see. If I peel it from this way, will it show better? Does that show better? Or is my hand hiding it and I need to go this way? Let's see how this goes. Is this better? You see those colors better? I can see the colors better here. I'm not sure you can, but there's definitely a lot of chartreuse color in the bottom with silver, and there's definitely a dark color on top. I think I would like a little darker color on top, so I definitely think I'm going to add 10 more drops. We're going to play around with it and add 10 more drops, and that'll be 40. Is that up to 40? Yeah, it'll be up to 40 drops, I think. So I think that will be just about right. Now hold on before I put this together. Which side's belly towards me, top away. Okay. Make sure I don't mess that up. It'd be horrible shooting the wrong belly. I'd open it up and be very confused. So let's try these all one more time after I pull these plugs out, because you can't leave those in. Probably ought to have my glove on, because that metal's still a little bit warm. Not horrible, but let's not burn myself here. those are the plugs. I'm not sure you can see the color differences, but those are the two plugs. We'll get this put back together. Come on. Come on. There you go. Those are back together. Put these out. Let's put the chartreuse back in the chartreuse one. Break that apart so it will melt a little bit quicker. What did I say I wanted to do with this one? Was another like 10 drops. So we're only down to half a cup. So if I was going to do 10 for a cup, so let's do 5 for half. That makes sense? I think that makes sense. Okay. Mix that up a little bit, and then we'll heat it back up full temperature. May need even more than that. We will see. Get the chartreuse off the knife. Get that heating up. Unfortunately, that's the way those came out when I didn't get enough in them. And as you see, it's a little bit of a mix. So if you try to take a knife and slice that open, you're going to get both colors in each one of the original colors. It's not going to work. So that will go in the remelt pile for later. And we will be right back. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let's look at the mixing block. And here's the mixing block. So those are the two colors. Kind of can see the difference down here, but still, when you get them side by each side, that yellow is very powerful. I definitely think I need to add much more of the motor oil to give it darker color, but we'll see. We will be right back. Welcome back. So while we were away, I reheated this back up, and I did add another 5 drops, so that is 40 drops, but because it's only half a thing on these last 2 5s, I would say probably closer to 50 drops total. So I'm going to put a dollop here, and a dollop here, and we're going to shoot these before I mess this up. Okay. Come on. There we go. Drop that down there. Make sure I get them on the right side. Push that out. That's it. Okay. A little top off on that one. Okay. We'll be right back. I'm going to clean out these injectors and hopefully have enough left to do this one more. Be right back. Welcome back. I've got these heated back up. We're going to see if we have just enough plastic to hopefully do those rip wraps, and then we'll take a look at how they all come out. Ooh, I got air in them. Let's see if I can get that air out of them. Come on out here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Just enough. And that will be the end of the plastic. Put that over here. Get rid of my little leaning board. Close that up. Okay, so tonight, these are the colors we started with. Probably not going to see it really great, but that's the motor oil and chartreuse I started with. It's kind of like this type on the bait, coloration wise. That's what it's going to look like on the baits. Then I added more colorant of the motor oil, see if I get a little better color to it, and that's kind of what I came up with. It's a little bit darker, so we'll see how it looks here in a second. I'm going to start actually topping this off before I forget again. Okay, so let's start with the one I wasn't sure whether it mixed or not on the way down through. So let's start with these worms. Maybe, maybe not. Again, this is the, whoops, no, that's not the one I wanted. Let's start with this one, the 4-inch grubs from Smitty Oaks. It's the ribbon tail grubs. Now that looks a little bit more motor oily on the top. Not sure you can see how dark it is, but let's peel it and see what it looks like here. Well, you can kind of see the yellow. Now in person, I definitely can see the difference. That side's got a really nice yellow, and that side's got a nice olive green to a brown color. And then when we put up in the light, oh, it's got that nice motor oil reddish pink color to it with a chartreuse belly. That may catch fish. I won't say it will because I haven't fished them, at least this color ever, but there was somebody asking for it online, so I said, you know what, if they're asking for it because they love it, maybe it will catch fish, and I gotta try it. Okay, so there's the 5-inch Senkos. Definitely has that brown motor oil, reddish brown color to it. And now let's see what it looks like as we peel it. Probably not seeing the yellow is quite as good as you can the motor oil, but that silver's in there. And then I really like it. I think it's going to be a really nice looking color. I think that might work. We'll have to take a good look at that one. I definitely like the idea of 50 drops of motor oil. I think that's definitely the right way to go. And hopefully my editor can figure out how many drops of green and yellow I did to make that chartreuse. Because I really like that chartreuse. It came out really good. Especially with that silver hollow colors in it. Again, 5-inch Senko. And I like that color. I really do. That's definitely a unique look. I wouldn't have thought to put these two colors together. If I can find the person that asked for its name, I'll definitely add a thank you at the end. But these colors are phenomenal together. Okay. Let's go to the baby craw. This is probably one of my favorite ones to make besides the baby brush hog, just because I like the looks of the brush hog. Not that I've caught anything on it, but I have some people that have had these baby craws, and they really like them. Now this color, definitely interesting. In the thinner bait, I think I could even go a little bit darker on the motor oil, because this is the motor oil side towards you, and it's still really translucent. But I definitely think it's a keeper. It's definitely a fishable bait and very good color. Got a little flashing on this one on the claw, but not bad. Again, that's the motor oil side, and that's the chartreuse side. I think that's a good color. I really do. Kind of surprised. Definitely going to keep these for myself for fishing. And let's see what these 5-inch flukes look like. Hopefully I remembered and shot them the right way. We'll see here in a second. Okay. I do have some flashing issue. Not surprised. I do like the nice dark back to them. And that chartreuse belly is really, really nice looking. I gotta trim all this off. Bear with me a second so I can see if I can get some of this flashing off for you. And then I'm going to pop it off so you can see it right up close. Man, minus that flashing, I don't know why I got so much flashing on it. That color, I don't know if you can see how beautiful that is, but that is a beautiful color. That chartreuse and that green, I think that's gonna fish well. I really think that's gonna be a good one. Now the big question is, did I have enough plastic to shoot that rip wrap so I can get a second batch of rip wraps? Because yes, I do like the flukes. They are nice, but I like the size of the rip wraps a little better. Although that's a pretty nice looking fish right there. That color, it's pretty doggone good. So let's shoot these rip wraps. Then I'll set a couple side by side from first shooting with the lighter motor oil to second shooting with the darker motor oil. Let's see what you think. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay. Well, they did shoot. That is the motor oil side up. So now let's see if I can peel it and keep my hand out of it so that you can actually see it. There's the chartreuse bellies, and I definitely think that this is about as perfect as it gets for that nice motor oil top with a chartreuse belly. Man, I think that's pretty doggone good. I can't complain at all about that one. It does. I did get some of the flakes somehow into the motor oil. Somehow I got a little bit of the silver flake up into it, or it mixed as it went in. But I think I'm definitely going to keep that pattern for colors. 50 drops of motor oil and then my chartreuse pattern. That came out pretty doggone good. So let's see if I can snap off a couple of these. Let's take one of those and one of these. Not sure there's a ton of difference between the one that's got more like 50 and the one that's got, but yeah, you can kind of see the difference, I think. Tell me which one you think is better. The one with less or the one with more motor oil pigment? You tell me. Thanks for being with me, and have a great week. Good luck fishing, and be safe.